What's up, guys? It's Russo. I'm back to talk some NFL. We've got the Buffalo Bills versus the Houston Texans tonight, and it's got a higher over-under than I was expecting, to be honest with you, because Houston's defense is no joke. So we'll see how it goes. They also play a little bit slower. I know things are a little bit different when you got, what's his name, Davis Mills starting instead of CJ Stroud. But they're calling for, let's just talk about it real quick. Is it a 44.5 point over under, 5.5 point spread favoring the Bills playing in Houston. So yeah, higher than I was expecting. I've got 4-man on PrizePicks, and we're going to jump back into ladders on Underdog. Let's jump over there and talk about the plays. So I'm going with 5-man. We'll talk about ladders in a minute, but let's start off with PrizePicks here. So I'm going to be going Woody Marks. I'm just taking his fantasy score. I'm not totally convinced that, it's like we target running backs versus the Bills, but I feel better about the fantasy score overall because I think it might actually be Nick Chubb benefiting a little bit more from the rushing game. So I'm going to take his fantasy score because I do think Woody Marks is going to catch some passes, break off some big plays, and potentially get in the end zone. So going fantasy score for more than 12. And then we're going to go Jayden Higgins, who's been popping off lately, 31.5 receiving yards. I love this. Going to take that for more. Tyrell Shavers, 22.5 receiving yards. I love this. I say that about every play. Obviously, I love the plays that I'm choosing to show and lock in money towards. But yeah, I like this. I'll break it down in a minute, but we're going to take this for more. 22.5. I'm getting ahead of myself. Ty Johnson is going to be my fourth play on PrizePicks, 8.5 receiving yards. And then let's talk about the ladder slip. So we're going Nico Collins to start us off. If you're unfamiliar with ladders, because I haven't been doing this as often, but I love this when we've got the opportunity here where the plays are there. What it is I made a 5-man. This is an Underdog original game. So you've got 3 tiers. If they all hit their first tier, you're locked in this case, for 2.5x. If they all hit their middle tier, which is more like just the regular lines you're going to get on any platform, then you're locked in for 10x. But if they all hit their high tier, which some of these are going to be difficult, some of these are absolutely doable. If they hit their high tier, this jumps all the way up to 1000x. So I say it every time, but show me another platform where you can get that high of a multiplier on a single game slate. It's hard to hit 1000x multiplier on PrizePicks on NFL Sunday, let alone have some insurance where if they all hit their regular lines, you still making some money. So that's how it works. Here's what I got. Nico Collins, 50, 75, and 130. These are receiving yards. If he hits each of these benchmarks, we'll cash. Nick Chubb, his line's set pretty low. That's why I liked it over the Woody Marks. 15 rushing yards, 23, and 50. Then we got Dalton Schultz. It's going to be a tough matchup, but he is capable of doing this. Let me just make my screen a little bit bigger, actually. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble seeing this. Dalton Schultz, 25, 40, and 80. Jayden Higgins, 15, 32, and 70. And then we got Tyrell Shavers, again, 15, 24, and 70. So you can see we're getting the 22.5 for Shavers, and it's just at 24. So it's about in that ballpark of where the line's bouncing around for the mid-tier. So that's what we're going to hope for. With these, you're kind of getting the insurance of if they all hit their low line, that's like you cashed a goblin slip. So you got some of your money back. You're taking a regular play, and it's just like all of the opportunity in one slip, which is why I love ladders. So let's talk about it. But if you haven't signed up for Underdog yet and you want to play stuff like ladders and streaks, it's a killer platform. Use code BACKDOOR. They're going to give you $100 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. It's really simple. They also do a little bit of a deposit match too on top of the bonus funds. So check it out. And then a free pick over on Chalkboard plus 100% deposit match. So I think they'll do that up to $100. So if you're wanting to just stack up a little nest egg and spread it out, $100 will get you $200 to play with. So code BACKDOOR for both of those. Now let's get into it. Now I have to just reduce this screen on good old OBS. All right. Woody Marks. Start there. Turn off my Wi-Fi and go hardwired for this so we don't have any lag, hopefully. Okay. So yeah, it doesn't look great, guys. This has been an ongoing, who is the lead back? He's been kind of getting the majority of the work as of late. Let's look at the matchup here. We know that, I mean, like we called it on Sunday. We took Sean Tucker, and he absolutely dominated. Running backs are just dominating against Buffalo right now. Now, maybe they put a little bit of emphasis on that tonight. I mean, we say that week after week. Are they going to fix it? I don't know if they can. But yeah, 31st in rushing yards allowed, 153. And then specifically to running backs, 120 of that is just running backs. Any given team. We're in this is starting week 12. And for the last 11 weeks, teams have been putting up about 120 rushing yards, just their running backs. So 31st, bottom of the barrel. Let's look at the rushing attempts. So yeah, went up quite a bit in this last game against Tennessee, who is another example of a team who you used to target to your running backs, like start them against Tennessee, and they're kind of figuring things out. These are professional athletes, and coaches are getting paid millions of dollars to fix their problems, and they're capable of doing that. Buffalo's capable of doing that too. So we're just kind of betting on the fact that they're not going to do that tonight. But yeah, he's getting the volume there. That wasn't a very efficient outing. Yeah, 2.4 against Tennessee. He had a good outing against Jacksonville, 4.5. Which is kind of unexpected because you kind of target wide receivers against Jacksonville. But anyways, I want a little bit of everything. I think he has a good chance of getting in the end zone because, I mean, Sean Tucker had 3 last time. Buffalo was out there trying to defend the run. So yeah, he doesn't have like a ton of work, which is why I'm not relying on just his rushing yards. I saw that was popular. Maybe the rushing yards are the play. You can take that if you want, but they're also soft against touchdowns allowed to running backs. 1.5 a game is what running backs are doing to Buffalo. Overall, 2.7. They're ranked 17th, but yeah, more than like half of that is just running backs getting in. So I think Woody Marks has a good shot. I think it might be from a passing play, to be honest with you. Let's take a look here. Let's just go fantasy score. And since we're taking a little bit of everything. Yeah, so the last couple they're pulling up. So we got Sean Tucker went for 34 fantasy score. His line was set at 7. Devon Achane went for 40.5. His line was 18.5. Kareem Hunt went for 12.5. His line was at 9.5. Now, he's not Devon Achane, and he's not even Sean Tucker. He's about Sean Tucker, actually. That's a pretty fair comparison. I just don't think he's going to get the volume. That was a beautiful game for Sean Tucker. But yeah, it's looking good. So I'm just going to go fantasy score because I'm not convinced that he's going to just cash his rushing yards. He's a lot more involved. I mean, he did just have 18 rush attempts, so I don't know what I'm saying. I think of him as more of a passing specialist, but I'm going full fantasy score. You guys take what you want. Jayden Higgins been popping off more and more lately. This is a rookie wide receiver who has been earning more snaps. So the matchup here, overall receiving yards allowed, 185. So Buffalo's ranked number 1. Now, is that because they're that good, or is it because teams just run the ball the whole time? I think it's because teams run the ball the whole time. I think they're decent, but they're definitely not number 1. You think Buffalo's the scariest defense through the air? No, they're not. So I think that's just teams just aren't putting up that many yards through the air because they're running the ball the whole time. Specifically to wide receivers, 13th, 132.9. So yeah, I think it's the same thing. That would be much higher if it wasn't just so easy to run against Buffalo. So yeah, let's talk about his targets and receptions. Back-to-back games with 7 targets. He turned that into 4 receptions in his most recent game and then 5 receptions before that. Had a down game against Denver, but had 8 targets and 4 receptions against San Francisco. So as of the last month, it's looked pretty solid. He's getting the volume except for the one game. So I think he'll get the volume tonight. They're projecting a high over under. So 44.5 is no joke on a Thursday night. So yeah, going to be taking it for more. I believe this was in the ladders slip as well. So we're just looking for the upside. We're looking for a solid floor, but we're looking on ladders for plays that have the potential for a breakout. And it's kind of hard on a single game slate to find that sometimes, but I did the best I could. Let's talk about Tyrell Shavers. We're not taking this under. Okay, this is being goofy on me. We'll just go here. Over. Okay. So if you haven't been paying attention, Keon Coleman has some sort of drama going on with the team. He got suspended the last game by the team. It was like a benching. Does he Does he play tonight? Does he bounce back? I think he's playing, but I didn't see many props for him. But I could be wrong about that. But yeah, Tyrell Shavers, on the other hand, has been a guy who has not complained. Josh Allen, their head coach, I forget his name right now, but they've all been raving about this guy, saying, you know what, this guy doesn't even get that much work, but he does whatever we ask him to do. And now that he's getting the opportunities, he's stayed ready. Now his name's getting called, and he's doing well. This is a big dude. He's like 6'4". He's not super heavy. He's very light, so he can break off the breakaway speed. It looks a little slow when he's getting the gears turning, but once he gets going, he's got a huge stride, and he can turn up the burners on the top speed. So yeah, against Tampa Bay, much softer matchup, obviously, but he went for 90 yards. This is a no-namer who's becoming more of a name. He had 5 targets. One of these catches was actually a catch and run. I mean, I think the pass was like 8 yards, and he just broke a couple tackles, and then the guys couldn't catch him. So I'm expecting it to be, maybe they try a couple dink and dunks and see if he can just get the ball in his hands and break some out. So there's also the chance that Keon Coleman, they're trying to mend things. They want to show Keon that they still want him to be a part of the team. And you guys just call me out in the comments if I'm totally wrong about this narrative, but that's what I was researching. And it's like Keon Coleman's kind of in the doghouse, but maybe the benching, if that is actually why he was out, maybe they're like, hey, let's get Keon involved. Let's build his confidence back. And then maybe, Shavers doesn't get much love, but I think, he doesn't need a whole lot. He had 4 receptions and turned that into 90 yards. So that's the upside we're looking for ladders. I think he's definitely going to cash this 22.5 personally. So yeah, we're going to take it. Let's see. Yeah, Houston's tough, man. I mean, look at all these receiving props just not cashing. Now some of these, 3 of these options are against 4 of these options are against Tennessee. Then you got Jacksonville, couldn't really get much going through the air. And then same with Denver. So it is tough, but we're looking for the upside. But I think the 22.5 is good to go. Ty Johnson. So with part of what I was just saying, Houston's tough defense. I think Ty is going to, I think he's going to get a couple passes thrown his way. He doesn't need much against Tampa Bay. Again, way softer matchup. And he is a running back, obviously. But so we're not comparing it to the wide receiver matchup here, but he had 2 receptions in that game. 2 targets, 2 receptions, 3 weeks straight. And he turned that into 61 yards against Tampa Bay. That's what we're looking for with these ladders plays, is like consistency. I think he's going to get us for the 4th week in a row. I think he's going to break this 8.5 receiving yards. He doesn't need a whole lot of catches, but he's been pretty efficient. He's caught everything thrown his way in the last 3 games, and the upside's there. So consistency on the low end, upside on the high end. It would take a lot more. Let me just pop back over here real quick. Let's take a look what his line was at. Oh yeah, we couldn't get Ty Johnson on ladders. Dang it. That's right. I was looking for it. Couldn't get it. So yeah, we just need him to get 9 yards. We're not even looking for the upside. I think he should be good to go. Okay. I spent too much time on Ty thinking that I was able to get him in ladders, but I wasn't. Okay. We'll move on here. Okay. So we're done with PrizePicks. And these last 2 are just ladders. This one's going to be tough. I think the floor's there for ladders, but it was set pretty high. I think it was at like 130 or 140 on ladders. But I mean, Nico's just been getting a ton of targets, 10 or more in 4 straight weeks. If they're expecting to be 44.5, then I think he's going to have to be involved to keep up with that, unless it's just an absolute blowout. They're calling it a 5.5 point spread. So they're not calling it too big of a blowout. So yeah, I mean, he's the number 1 wide receiver, obviously, for this team. He hasn't even really performed on the season like you would think when you think Nico Collins. But yeah, he's kind of getting in the rhythm here with Davis Mills. So we're going to take it on ladders and hope that he can cash. His low line was 50. I think he's good for that. Let's look at what wide receivers have done here. So as of late, that's on tight ends. As of late, it's been kind of tough. I mean, one of these were against Miami, so that's going to tell you a little bit. Kansas City was able to get some stuff going. They got Rashee Rice. He cashed his 80. He went for 80. His line was at 70.5. Hollywood Brown went for 73 in that game. His line was just at 16.5. So yeah, we know that you can get things going. Jalen Waddle in that game against Miami got things going. His line was at 64.5. He cashed with 84 receiving yards. And then Sterling Shepard cashed his, but they were able to slow down Emeka Egbuka, and Tez Johnson just went for 6. So yeah, for ladders, we're going to count on the targets and count on him catching a couple of these and making a couple of big plays if they're going to keep this thing close. All right, wrapping it up here, we got Dalton Schultz. This one's going to be tough. So I set this line to 79.5 because we need him to get 80 to hit the top tier. The top tier is going to be tough. The low tier, I think, we'll just look at it real fast one more time because we'll double check the Nico one as well. So Dalton Schultz was 25, 40, and 80. I think he's good for the 25, probably good for the 40. And it's going to take like a special game for him to hit the 80, obviously. Nico, 50, 75, and 130. Okay, so it's really not that crazy for Nico to get this done. I think that he is probably going to hit his first 2 tiers, and we're just hoping that he has a big game like he did not that long ago, a couple games ago. Dalton Schultz, we know he can clear this. So he's got one where he went for 98 against Seattle. That's a tough matchup. And then against Denver, another tough matchup. So maybe he's thriving a little bit more in these tougher matchups. He went for 77 against Denver. The targets have absolutely been there though lately. Yeah, I mean, look at these last 3 games. 8 targets, 6 receptions, 11 targets, 7 receptions, 9 targets, 6 receptions. So that's the most you can ask for. I will say Buffalo is tough against the tight end. But again, we don't know. Is it teams just don't really need to go to the tight end that much? It's like the running backs are just doing all the work. We're going to get the wide receivers a little bit involved, and then the tight end's kind of the odd man out. Or is Buffalo just that good? I think it's a little bit of both maybe in this case. Let's see. So yeah, Cade Otton went for 28 when his line was 35.5. Greg Dulcich got his done. He hit 22. His line was just at 20.5. So we got like a 50-50 shot. Travis Kelce was able to get some stuff rolling. He went for 66 when his line was at 39.5. But we know Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice were able to do well in that game. So maybe they just didn't need to have Travis have a big game. Jatavian Sanders, he got his done. He went for 19 when it was 14.5. So yeah, we need Dalton Schultz to be to have a big game to hit us on that top tier. But who do they have besides Nico? I mean, Jayden Higgins is kind of getting more involved, but Dalton Schultz is going to get some targets tonight. So we're going to roll it. All right, we're going to pivot into some bonus plays. Let me set this real fast. I'm going to clear this and just go to the Buffalo game. I forgot to do it. So Bills and Texans. We'll start with PrizePicks. Then we'll go over to Underdog. This shouldn't take long since it's just a single game. All right. So their top play is going to be James Cook rush attempts. They like him over 17.5, 55.3% odds to hit the over -140. A lot of juice. Josh Allen pass attempts. They don't like it. They're taking the under on 30.5. They got it at just under 54% odds to hit. Jordan Poyer, tackles plus assists, over 6, 53.25% odds to hit. Davis Mills pass attempts, they like him over 32.5. Makes sense, not the scariest matchup, and he's probably going to be playing from behind and playing at home, 53% odds to hit the over. Tyrell Bernard, 6.5 tackles plus assists, 52.5%. Elijah Moore receiving yards under 14.5, 52.43%. Yeah, I think that makes sense too. They've got like a lot of mouths to feed in Buffalo because no one's really the wide receiver one. And then you got Shavers emerging. So, and then if Keon's back, so yeah, maybe Elijah is the odd man out tonight. Ty Johnson, they like those receiving yards. It's down at 6.5 now. Did I get it at 8.5? Dang, jump on it. I think he was good for 8.5. Now it's down at 6.5. 52.36% odds to hit. Woody Mark's longest reception under 8.5. Let's see if there's one more down here. I don't want to end with that one. James Cook, they don't like his rushing yards at 80.5. So yeah, maybe he will have more rush attempts because maybe he won't be that efficient on the ground. He's been a little bit volatile. Let's jump over to Underdog real quick. Code Backdoor, if you guys want the optimizer for yourself, Code Backdoor will get you 25% off your first purchase. So you want to lock it in for a full year, you can. It's great for NBA. We went over a bunch of plays on the optimizer in the NBA video, which I'll have attached at the end of this video if you guys want to check out some NBA picks for today. All right. Just adjust the teams again real quick. Don't forget to like the video too. Helps me out a ton. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. You press a button and you help out a kind soul who's spending time doing this. Houston. Ugh. Gosh, I need some more coffee. Okay, Underdog. So they got his pass attempts under with a lot of juice. It is more expensive on Underdog. So they're just basing the odds off of the platform you're looking at versus what everyone else has it at. So they've got it at a 57% odds to go under 33.5, but they had it juiced at 32.5 to go over. So their optimizer's pretty confident it's going to be right at 33. No more, no less. No 34, no 32. Nico Collins fantasy score, they got it under on Underdog, 13.95. Keep in mind, Underdog is half point PPR. PrizePicks is full point PPR. So sometimes you see a difference there. Nico Collins receiving yards, they got him under 74.5. Okay. That's not a good sign for the ladders play, but we're going to need him to break out tonight. 54.88% odds to hit the under. James Cook rush attempts under 18.5. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? How it just crunches it down to exactly what the odds makers are projecting. So they think he's getting 18 on the dot. Kind of. That's not really what they're saying, but it's just that's what you get with a optimizer that's crunching numbers for you. Josh Allen fantasy score under 22.15. 53.49% odds to hit the under. Davis Mills longest rush over 5.5 rushing yards on his longest rush. 53% odds to hit the over. Josh Allen pass completions under 19.5. 52.57% odds to hit the under. They got Elijah Moore receiving yards under on Underdog as well. 14.5, 52% odds to hit. James Cook longest rush, 15.5. They don't think he's breaking out any big plays, I guess. 52.42% odds to hit the under. Woody Marks longest reception under 8.5, 52.28%. And then we'll end here with this Tyrell Bernard tackles plus assists. They like it on Underdog as well at 6.5. So maybe that's one to consider, 52%. That's going to do it, guys. I'm burned out because I did NBA before this and now NFL. Oh, it's just kind of a long day, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. If you guys want Outlier, I don't know if I mentioned it, but you can get this one for free for a week. There's a link below. I got you hooked up. And if you sign up for any of my stuff, use any of my codes, hit me up in the email that's in the description down there, and I'll give you a free month in the premium Discord, just as a thank you for supporting the channel. So enjoy football and basketball tonight, guys. I will catch you in the next one.